Well, I guess it's official now. Gee, I hope nobody overreacts. What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. All right, well, not having a Film Junkie live today because I am seeing The Matrix a little later today, so not happening. And this would definitely be probably the main topic, or, definitely be one of the topics. But yeah, guys, apparently we got some full-on 100% casting. I don't know. It's been... It's been one of those kind of days when you look at the timeline and it's like, whoosh, you look at the mentions, you got people fighting everywhere. It is absolutely insane. It really is. And of course, this is just coming from, Warner Brothers UK, casting sheets, descriptions, whatnot, all this kind of stuff. All the stuff showed up and then all of a sudden it disappeared. Now all of a sudden we have a bunch of THR and all these people saying that, yes, Michael Keaton is in fact going to be returning, or he's joining Batgirl. See, that's what they're saying. They're joining, not returning. It's all very strange. But if you don't know what happened today, basically I'll run through it with you. Okay, so we have this Warner Brothers .co.uk right here. Okay, so this is the website right here that's just showing the Warner Brothers UK 2022 movie preview, and it gives you release date, director, cast, about, just gives everything that's happening next year. And of course, naturally, we have Black Adam, yes, but then we also have the Flash, which there's no image right there, but it does reveal some interesting casts. Obviously, you can see Michael Shannon and I can never say her name, but Faora. Okay, I'm just gonna say Faora. That both of their names show up because we always had suspicions that, yes, there might be something that happens within this crazy fucking weird story that's going to be jumping all over the place. It might actually dive into Man of Steel. Now, of course, there are some people that don't like that. I'm kind of curious myself because that just, to me, sounds like, yes, are we going to have Henry Cavill in the Flash movie? Because it almost seems like that could be the case. But notice that Michael Keaton is listed here twice. All right, so people, god damn it. Why bunch of amateurs over there, right? Am I right? Bunch of amateurs. That's what Zack Snyder said. Apparently it's a foul. I was supposed to say and Ben Affleck, but it says Michael Keaton twice. I don't know. Maybe one of the multiplicity Michael Keatons are going to show up. You touch my peppy, Steve. Anyways, love that movie. So that was the whole big thing. But what was removed apparently was this right here, where it had Batgirl. And it showed all this, and then, of course, the cast with Leslie Grace, J.K. Simmons, Brendan Fraser, Jacob Scapio, and Michael Keaton. And now it looks like a bunch of places have kind of verified and confirmed the news, because that's what's all over the place right now, is the fact that Michael Keaton is, in fact, joining the Batgirl movie. That's right, so... A lot of people, it's been interesting. It's been very interesting talking to people on the timeline, seeing everybody's reaction. There's been some really gross stuff on the timeline. It's weird. We've gotten in such a weird... Post-Snyder Cut released has been a very weird time, and it just seems like... I don't know. I mean, nobody's making anybody watch this movie. I'm curious to see how what is going to be happening with this movie. I mean, no one's making anybody watch this. And if you don't want to watch it, it's perfectly fine. I mean, the way I'm kind of looking at things right now is, well, I love watching movies, and I love the cape shit, so I'm still going to be watching some of this, and I'm going to critique it the way that I've always critiqued it. I go in there, even though, it may have a little bias, because when it comes to Batman, let's face it, I'm always rooting for that shit, even if it's Batgirl, but, I'm always rooting for that to be good, but I can understand why people are like, what the fuck? Because it doesn't make sense, because you would think that Ben Affleck's Batman would be in there because J.K. Simmons, Commissioner Gordon's in there. It just kind of makes sense. J.K. Simmons almost seemed like he said, I don't know. It's all very interesting because we go back to, a couple of weeks ago when Ben Affleck talked about how he doesn't want to do big IPs anymore, which power to him. He's done them. He's done with it now, maybe. And that's him. It's the way you got to look at it. It's like whatever's best for Ben, he's going to choose. That's the way I've always kind of looked at everything. If they don't want to come back, they don't want to come back. He's coming back for the Flash, obviously. And it seemed like maybe he'd come back for Batgirl as well. But now they're talking about Keaton. So how does that actually work? Well, I don't know. It doesn't make sense because obviously he's like 70 years old and you got J.K. Simmons Gordon in there. So obviously there's going to be a merging of multiverses that are happening in there because obviously that just, unless they do some kind of different thing with the story where a Gordon was younger than a Batman, which would be interesting, but I don't know if that's going to be exactly be the case. I think we have to see what happens in the Flash before we can really see like why this is coming to be. I don't really like it too much because when there was rumors that it was going to be like a Batgirl Beyond kind of thing. It was going to have old man Bruce Wayne and then have Batgirl instead of Terry. I was not a fan of that idea, but it's almost sounding like that's where it's gonna be headed right there, and I'm like, oh boy, yeah. So I'm with you. I'm with that. The gripe on that because I really didn't want that, but at the same time, I am curious. I am intrigued a little bit. I mean, obviously, I love Michael Keaton's Batman. I do. And I was excited. It's kind of funny because, we already knew he was coming back, but then the whole news of him like joining Batgirl made it seem like nobody knew that he was coming back already. I mean, it was just kind of, again, the timeline was kind of a mess and just kind of watching and just laughing. The meltdowns for sure. It's just everybody just has to hey, if you don't want to see it, don't see it. That's fine. Don't attack others. And then, don't puff up your chest and be like, well, I'm not a boycott. The proclamations I always get annoyed by that. But, nobody's making you see these movies, and that's perfectly fine. You could say and gripe about all you want. And, I just got to keep on reminding people because obviously when stuff like this happens, it's like, well, hopefully by next year, about April or so, we're going to have a new regime that's coming in, and some of these other people are going to be out of there. So I don't know. All I know is this is happening, and I don't know if it's full on confirmed yet. I mean, I'm kind of curious if one of the directors who's pretty active on social media on Instagram, if he's going to actually say something. I hope he does because maybe he'll do that because he did tease out the Batfleck cowl at one point. So, but what I just want to tell people is well, first off, you got the people who are having full on I hate this and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, I get that. But when you're going off and going off and going off, I'm like, maybe dial it back. And then of course you have the other side who would like to antagonize the other people. And I hate that too. I think it's gross. And I've seen some gross things where it's just like, wow, really? All right, that's fine. I just don't get that whole thing. But, it's just where we're at right now. Post Snyder Cut released. And I knew it was going to be interesting. I was worried about it myself. And yeah, it is pretty interesting because, obviously Zach is off at Netflix. Perfectly happy, making new stuff, which I'm 100% backing all of that. And then, of course, we have Ben, who maybe is hanging up the cape and cowl, and he's going to go off and do more stuff. He's got a laundry list of movies he's going to be starring in. So I don't know. It's all crazy. It's all crazy. I mean, who could we blame for not getting more Batfleck? It's just Warner Brothers, that the regime that's still there right now that hopefully won't be there come April, May, whatever the hell. Hopefully they won't be there, but what can you do? But it's all. I'm more just intrigued about how Michael Keaton is going to be the Batman in Batgirl. I'm wondering what leads to that. Obviously, it comes out after Flash, right? Or does it come out before Flash? I don't even know. I'm trying to remember the release date there. But anyways, wait, isn't the release date on the? Let's see, release date. It didn't have the release date. It says HBO Max to be determined. There's no way now that Blue Beetle was announced to be going to be released in theaters, Batgirl will also be that too. They'll announce that 100%. Come on, there's no way they don't. And that's what I love too, because a lot of people, when it comes to all this, a lot of people are like, they're just putting all these characters that are of color on HBO Max because they're racist, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, they're actually going to do theatrical, that whole thing. I remember I got into it with some people because I absolutely fucking hate that. It's like, you got to throw shade at Warner Brothers. Do it right. Do it right, at least. They suck. They do suck, but it's just, It's not doom and gloom, guys. It's not doom and gloom. I mean, yes, we love these characters, but they are characters. They're fictional characters, and all I really mostly care about is if the people who are involved with this, are they happy? Are they able to do what they want to do? And are they walking away and they're going to be happy with that decision? That's the way I kind of look at everything. If Ben is done being Batman, then power to him. He's my favorite Batman, my favorite cinematic Batman so far, and I'll always love the times, the two movies, three, technically, actually three movies. Hopefully we get the better version of that other movie. I will always go back and cherish when he was Batman, and it was absolutely fantastic. And then, if it comes to anything else like that, if everything's branching out and doing whatever, then I'm going to watch it, I'm going to critique it, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll like it, maybe I won't. If Michael Keaton coming back, I mean, yes, it's all pure like, oh yeah, they're just, it's nostalgia, man. Nostalgia, that's all they're trying to do. It's just, they're just trying to, we just had Spider-Man No Way Home that just happened, and you want to talk about nostalgia. I mean, that's the thing. So you can't say that and then praise Spider-Man No Way Home, and you're like, wait a minute. Yeah. Again, I try. I've been a good boy when it comes to my timeline. I'm like, I'm not gonna say much. Because I don't know. It's all crazy. But just like with when a different comic book writer does like a story or takes over, and you go, yep, that wasn't for me. Move on. I guess that's what we could do. But yeah, so just if you're down for it, cool. If you're not, then hey, you don't have to watch it. Nobody's forcing you to watch it. That's just the way it is. Like I said, I'm intrigued. I'm kind of curious to see how what's going to be happening with this, because I did tell you guys, I'm like, it's not going to be a one-off when it comes to Keaton. Not going to be a one-off. Definitely not going to be a one-off. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts about it down below. Hit that like, thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Join if you want to become a member. We got the Patreon if you want to help out the pirate ship. Do that too. And then, of course, merchandise down below in the Film Junkie closet. All right. Excuse me. All right. Talk to you later.